this is part 31 of the Minish Cap walkthrough, and in this part we're going to be continuing the great heart piece collection that we started in the previous
part. I think we get 5 more heart pieces in this one. Kind of go visit some of the old areas that we've done, like some of our past parts. Like I think we'll go Castor Wilds.
We do.
Maybe Mount Crenel. Do we go Mount Crenel in this
I think we get to near the end, yeah.
Okay, I'm not really sure.
So we definitely hit up a few of the areas that, like you said,
preparation again. We did one preparation again.
But it is nice to kind of go back and revisit these areas.
I do like them, and like still in red, like Castor Wilds is kind of starting to grow on me. Like I really didn't like the area, like the first couple of times we went to it.
Yeah.
I wasn't really that huge on the theme of it, but I don't know, it's really starting to grow on me.
Me too. I also like, and this we may have mentioned this earlier in the game, I like the fact that
I think we said it about 100 times.
Probably.
In this full walkthrough.
We're on part 30 something in this game.
So we're going to repeat ourselves just a tad bit.
I like that they brought back using the Pegasus boots to bash into trees, and you get cigarettes from them. That was kind of first introduced, obviously, in Link to the Past. And I'm not sure if they
Well, you didn't knock... Oh, actually, the only trees you knocked off the leaves on were the lumberjack tree.
Yeah.
Remember how you knocked that off, and then you went down there and you got a piece of heart? But the other ones... You could just run into, and they give you like rupees
like
or
apples or food or whatever.
You get apples in Links to the Past?
I think it was just a little
That's
fruit.
That's Link Between Worlds, isn't it?
Oh, it may have been. Yeah.
I don't think they did that in Links to the Past. I don't think the 16 bits could like have the capability to do that.
Now you mentioned that you liked swimming around a bit as a Minish.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just do. It's something I do like. I mean, it seems like you're swimming really fast for some reason,
especially compared to.
And I actually think you can swim faster as a Minish than you can as Link in this game.
Which doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
I mean, it's not like a test that I did or anything. It just seems like it, but. I don't know. I mean, just like seeing that little, like, you know, the tiny Minish is swimming in a big old huge body of water. I don't know. It's just a cool image.
I'd be terrified if I was that small and that big a body of water. I'm not that strong of a swimmer.
No, well, I mean, I can swim. Yeah, that's being like it'd be like being in the ocean basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Just I don't think there's any. Well, there might be some. There's some waves. Looks like there's some waves.
There's a little bit of waves.
If there's waves in swamp water, there's waves in regular water.
Definitely.
Or whatever. What's it even called? That stuff like murky water?
I guess.
I don't know what that is.
Disgusting water.
Yeah, disgusting water. Yeah.
I wouldn't go swimming in this stuff. Don't get me wrong.
I was thinking, forget it. I was thinking sewer water.
Oh God, no. I don't know if they have sewers here in Hyrule, but
well, their plumbing's not too good until Skyward Sword though had plumbing. Remember Skyward Sword they had a toilet, so there you go. And Skyward Sword occurs before this game,
so they got some kind of plumbing.
Yep, exactly.
Okay, wow. Anyway,
a little bit off topic.
Yeah, like you mentioned before, like you're liking Castor Wilds. I can't talk.
It's fine.
It's
not the first time it's happened.
Yeah, a bit more now. Like I fell in love with this area the first time through. Just the theme, the look of it, and everything. I just really liked it right off the bat.
Well, so much of the theme, like you can hear a build up right there. There's just not much to it, and then it kind of starts. But I mean, like one thing that I really do like about it is it reminds me so much of the Misery Mire.
Oh, definitely.
In Link to the Past. I mean, it's so identical. And it's also in the same spot on the map as Misery Mire.
Now you mentioned you like the swimming as the Minish. I think it's really cool that even when you're a Minish, even these little water puddles.
Yeah, you got swim in those. That is kind of cool. Like
there. Just a nice little touch showing, like, you're tiny.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think you think about it sometimes because, like, you can still see yourself.
Yeah.
Like, the way they describe the Minish in this game makes it look a lot smaller than actually what you look like on a map. But at the same time, they gotta make you see yourself to play the game. So, but I think you actually are a lot smaller than you look. They just gotta say, hey, here you are.
It seems like, because they talk about it being almost invisible to everything but children and animals or whatever. So, I think you're absolutely right on that.
But like I said, their houses, like, you can plainly see. So, I don't know.
You still have to make it playable, I guess.
Now, this is a pain in the butt room. Like, you have those scissors beetles and these bulldozers just going. Like, these guys are on some. Well, they're on some kind of drug. Yeah, some kind of drugs. But man, I mean, these things in this small area, these things are just a pain.
Especially, I thought fighting those scissor beetles, where you don't really have any room to dodge the scissors that they throw at you in that tiny.
Well, there actually is a trick. You can actually use the magical boomerang on them.
Oh.
I use it later on. I think maybe when we get into the Temple of Droplets. I don't know why I didn't use it there. Must have just forgot. Must have just slipped my mind. Or I didn't know you could use it until the Temple of Droplets. But no, you can use your magical boomerang right there. You still can't hit them in the face.
Yeah.
You got him like from the back or the side. But it stuns them, and they're easy to kill that way.
I feel like I almost never use the boomerang in any game except for Link's Awakening because it's so absurdly overpowered.
Well, it's just it's just not that powerful in other games.
No, you stun it. All does is stun.
You don't think about it, but like in this game, especially when you get the magical boomerang, you kind of aim it like whichever direction you want to.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, It does really good. It does stun a lot of enemies, so it's a very helpful item. But like you said, I didn't use it that much the first time through either.
Especially once you get the bow and you have another ranged weapon that actually kills them.
Yeah, the problem in this game is the bow takes so long to shoot.
Yeah, that it does.
Which is actually an upgrade we do get later on in the game.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Now this is like... usually when you're a Minish, you don't actually have to walk all that far. Except a few times in Hyrule Town, maybe.
Yeah.
But I feel like you trekked across half of Caster Wilds.
We did. That's the only way we could do it. Because the only Minish thing is like right here, I think, in the Caster Wilds. Too. There's one the wind ruins, but obviously we're not there. Yeah, we're not there. So,
but it just sucks though too, because you can't defend yourself at all against the snake. What are the?
We got like 13 hearts. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true.
In this game, we really don't take a lot of damage.
No. So not that we ever defend ourselves.
We try to defend ourselves. I gotta get a point when we get sword upgrade later on.
Oh no,
I'll save it for then.
It just sucks though that like when you have to walk that far as a Minish, you can't use your sword, you can't use your shield, you know.
I mean, it's exactly like you said. We had only done that really in like Hyrule Town. That's really the only place we walk around as a Minish, like a big area, which I love.
Yeah,
absolutely love walking around Hyrule Town as a Minish.
The only thing you have to worry about there is the occasional cat coming to get you.
No, those cats, man, they get me a couple times though.
They are ferocious.
That doesn't make sense right there. Like, how's that? Okay, I know there's a waterfall right there, but like, how's that clean water? Like, have like a path through the swampy water. I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't seem possible.
And I don't know why I pushed that like random first block either in the center right there.
It seemed like a good idea.
I must have thought that was a different. I don't know what I was thinking really.
Well, I wonder if you could push a couple of the ones in that front row out of the way. And
I think the only way to get that heart piece is actually to go from the side, because you actually can mess that up. I think if you push like the front ones, probably.
Maybe. And you're absolutely right though about that clean water right next to the dirty water. It's like oil and water.
It makes no
sense.
Combined. That is true. That is a good point.
But you just think the clean water would just end up getting dirty.
Well, they don't have oil though.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, if they do, they're not using to the full potential of oil.
Yeah, I'm confused by the swamp. Okay.
Now here's what I always like. You always like going back to Caster Wilds. I always like going back to Mount Crenel. Like I don't know why. In this game, for some reason, I really like Mount Crenel.
I think part of it is the theme, and I feel like we talked about this way back when we were first on here. It fits the mountain. So
it does. It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
It's got just a little bit different look than all the other Death Mountains / I can't remember all the mountains that we have, but it's mostly Death Mountain. But it's kind of got like a little bit reddish tint to it. So and this is like the rock climbing, not rock. Well, I guess that would be.
I mean, you're
rock
scaling the mountain.
Yeah, the mountain just. I don't know, just it's a mountain that had a couple different concepts in it.
It did, even if it still threw the tektites and the falling boulders at us to kind of remind us.
Well, you gotta put that in the Zelda
game, those are must-haves.
I'm still shocked to like why they didn't call this with it being on timeline and a Zelda game. Why they didn't call it Elden Volcano because it's falling after Skyward Sword, or why they didn't call it Death Mountain. Mount Crenel, like where's that come from? It's never been referred to in another Zelda game.
Not that I know of.
So,
especially since, like we said before, this is actually taking place in Hyrule, not something like Koholint or
exactly.
Why not just stick with the name we all know and love for the mountain?
It'd be fun, was it Tall Heights or whatever? And that would make sense because it's a totally different land. Yeah. This is Hyrule, so maybe somewhere between like Elden Volcano and Death Mountain. Somehow you get Mount Crenel or something like that.
I don't know, they renamed it or something like that.
Yeah.
But now that we're warping back to Hyrule Town, this will wrap up part 31 of Minish Cap Walkthrough.